What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another demonetized video for the day, and your boy Duty is just on a roll. There's just so much I want to say. There's so much content I want to pump out. Man, I have a lot to say about the revelation last night that our boy DSP lied for 7 years about being down from the rafters. That, the bank leaks, oh my lord, he just admitted to everything. Of course, he admitted he admitted the lying, but then of course lied about the lie, which is always interesting. Anyway, this video right here specifically is I want to talk about side scrollers. That's right, and this is in particular interesting because Slandering Craig is supposed to be on Phil's stream today, and he's gonna have a conversation with him. And I'm curious to know if Phil's going to apologize to the side scrollers. That's right. Because as we know, yesterday, our boy Phil admitted to lying when it came to WWE Champions. And, if you watch any of our content, the Tractor content, or Phil's content, you'll see that at least once every 2 weeks, he brings up the side scrollers and just trashes them. He trashes them for being unprofessional, for being greedy, for not doing any research, for just listening to detractors, on and on and on. And I want to play a little clip here of Phil ranting and raving about the side scrollers prior to him admitting yesterday that he actually lied. He lied about WWE Champions and, of course, lied about the bank leaks. And the reason why I want to play this is because, again, like I said, Craig is supposed to be on today's stream, and I wonder if Phil's going to broach this issue and actually apologize. That's right, your boy Duty, by the way, full disclosure, I did reach out to Craig yesterday and on Discord and said, hey, I hope you have a good interview, hope it goes well. And he said, thanks, appreciate it. And I gave him some advice, and he said, thank you, I appreciate the advice. And the one other thing that I mentioned is Phil admitted to being down from the rafters of WWE Champions, and I actually provided him the video of his admission. Of course, my video. So I know he checked it out. So I'm wondering if Craig will even bring it up today. I mean, that's not typically Craig's style. He may just let it be. But of course, if Phil wants to lean on it and continue trying to slam Craig for trying to question Phil about WWE Champions, hopefully he'll bring this up and say, hey, I see you admitted it. Can I get an apology? So the question here, folks, of this video is, will Phil apologize to Slandering Craig and the Side Scrollers podcast for talking shit about them for a year and slandering and, of course, lying about them? So let's watch this clip and we'll talk a little bit more.
Did you take 5 minutes out of your day to watch my content? Here's the truth. That Side Scrollers interview, they watched something like 40 to 100 hours of Detractor content. They watched 0 minutes of my content. They didn't speak to a single fan or viewer to ask, why do you like Darkside Phil?
I can actually answer that, and hopefully Craig will answer that as well. The answer to that is that nobody wanted to talk about you. Slandering Craig actually reached out to several individuals on Twitter. Anyone that had a Discord that has a persona out there reached out. You know what ended up happening? They banned him. They blocked him. They blocked Slandering Craig because they didn't want anything to do with talking to Phil. And no one else came out of the woodwork and say, hey, I have some nice things to say about Phil. No one. So again, you're blaming side scrollers for something they had no business, it wasn't their fault. They actually reached out and tried to speak with someone. Now, what you could have done was you could have had a conversation with Slandering Craig, or you could have went to your dents and say, hey, does anybody want to be interviewed? I can set something up in private where you're not going to get doxxed, and you could just have a conversation with him and let him know how you feel about me. Did Phil do that? No, of course not. He's too lazy. He's too busy. He's too busy playing video games poorly and begging to actually do some of that work. And he didn't do that. Slandering Craig went out, tried to ask. No one was willing to step up and vouch for you, Phil. No one. The detractors were willing to talk about you, and yes, Craig did speak to detractors. He spoke with me about a couple things, and I know he spoke to a bunch of other folks. So yeah, that's on you, Phil. That's on you. That's not on Slandering Craig. It isn't. I mean, he reached out to a few people, and they just shut him down. So yeah, keep going with that line of talk, which you can't do anymore because you actually admitted yesterday that you lied. You lied to the side scrollers. So in my eyes, you owe them a big, fat, juicy, wet apology.
They didn't tune into a single stream of mine. to actually see how the stream operates or see the content. They literally only watch detractor content, and then they pretended like they did valid research. They're losers. They're grifters. They're bitches. They're disingenuous pieces of fucking human filth. That's the people I've had to deal with for the last 10 years. I've never had a single group of people be nice to me and say, let's just see if Phil's a cool guy. Oh shit, Phil's a cool guy. Until today with Kino Casino. And I would also say to some extent with the quartering years ago, when he did a fair interview with me, which also everyone crapped on. Oh my God, you didn't hit him with 400 gotcha questions and slam him and destroy it. So anyone who's nice to me, their content apparently is crap according to my detractors. Is what I mean. It doesn't fit their mantra. Like, if you watch my interview at Kino Casino, doesn't that completely disprove 95% of the shit that my detractors say about me?
Well, I can't speak on 95% of the stuff that the detractors talk about, but I can, Phil, talk about one specific thing. And that's WWE Champions. That's right, because you came out last night and admitted that you have lied for 7 years. And anything related to WWE Champions, aka the bank leaks, you lied about. So whatever the detractor said is more factual and honest than anything you had to say about WWE Champions and your bank leaks. Okay, Phil? So I'm sorry. Again, I don't get and understand the point of your admission last night. If you were going to come out and admit what you did and just say, yeah, I did it, it was all true and I was wrong, I lied, I apologize. If you can't accept my apology, I fully understand. But those that still want to rock with me, I hope you would give me another chance and just move on. If you would have done that, I would have gave you a round of applause and said, okay, Phil, that's how you apologize. That's how you try to do better, try to make amends, and I would have moved on. But no, you had to compound the lie by lying more. And then trying to get people to believe, no, I lied about everything. It reminds me of Wings of Redemption when he talked about on the Side Scrollers podcast, when he talked about on the Low Cow podcast that everything bad he ever did, he lied. He lied about getting shot. He lied about the age of consent. All that was just lie. It was just him trying to create, trying to be a shock jock. That's what he claimed, right? So at the very best, Wings is a compulsive liar because everything he's ever done in the past that looked bad on him, he was just lying. So at the very least, he's a compulsive liar. At the very worst, far spectrum, he's a despicable human being. He is, and the whole PDF stuff and all that stuff. I mean, that's my thing. So Phil admitting that he lied, he lied. Eat that L. Eat that L, Phil. You just have to eat the L. So, of course, I'm rambling on here because I find it so funny that Phil, this video was like a week ago. This wasn't even that long ago, where Phil was ranting and raving about, where he was talking trash about the side scrollers. And I'm curious, folks. I'm curious if this is going to come up. If this little video right here, let's play it.
That had been there. Were those your transactions?
No.
So those were not tied to you at all?
No. The bank leaks. Now we have to get into the identity theft thing, okay?
Well, let's just talk about the bank leaks first.
Well, they're tied to that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, they go hand in hand. Those bank leaks.
Explain it then. Yeah.
Sure, the bank leaks are not accurate. That is not my account.
So it's the person who took your identity was spending money on the Apple Store?
No, that's not my account at all. Whatever that is not me. That's fabricated. Or it's someone else's account. I don't know whose, but that's not my account that was leaked. I've had a lot of issues that happened with identity theft that same summer, but they used that to run with some kind of this crazy conspiracy theory and say that was me, and it's not.
So you're saying, just so we're on the same page, you're saying that this account that is not yours, that had thousands of dollars of fees to the Apple Store consistently, that are these amounts just happen to tie to exact amounts in the game that we're talking about, WWE Champions, and it's a game that you also play. Just so we're all on the same page. Yeah. You're saying that is not your account at all, and they were unsuccessful in hacking your bank account.
They did not hack my bank account. They did not have access to my bank account.
It seems awfully convenient.
And
You're right.
just
No,
Right.
that's not awfully. I have a history of spending money on mobile games. I've already admitted it. Okay. Everything that I said in that segment on stream was a lie. Literally every time someone asked me about WWE champions, I lied. Every single fucking time. Because to me, my personal spending, things I was doing off stream, was no one's business. Okay. And every time someone brought it up, I'm like, this is so stupid. This is dumb. You know what I'm saying? And I just lied to get it out of the way. And I
Alrighty, folks. Yep, there you go. You have Phil completely saying and admitting that he lied about anything related to WWE Champions. So, of course, my question again is, will Phil apologize to the side scrollers? Will Phil apologize to Stutter and Craig today about his behavior? Will he? Because I believe he slandered the guy. He's been slandering for over a year. And his admitting yesterday that he lied about WWE Champions and everything that surrounds WWE Champions, I think he should apologize to Stutter and Keg and said, you know what, I may not have agreed with the interviewer or after the interview, but you know what, I owe you an apology because I lied to you about the bank leaks and WWE Champions. Will Phil do it? I don't think so. But if he does, he may apologize and then of course try to explain and give reasoning why he lied. But it is what it is. Anyway, folks, today's interview or conversation should be very interesting because just to let you know, Southern Craig is aware of everything that happened last night. Give a shout out to your boy Duty for making others informed. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.